everyone, and welcome to More Yoga Fitness. My name is Kathy, and today I'm going to guide you through some exercises to assist you with your hip mobility and strengthening and stretching of your hamstrings. These two areas of the body are really easy to neglect if we don't stretch them on a daily basis. So I'm going to give you some exercises that you can do to help you in those areas. All you need is a mat, and I would recommend a yoga block or stackable books to assist you with some of these stretches that perhaps your mobility won't allow unless you have a tool. So let's get started. We're going to start here seated on our mat, placing our hands with our wrists directly below the shoulders and our fingertips toward our glutes. Dig your heels into the mat and spread your feet almost the width of the mat. We're simply going to drop our knees side to side, providing a gentle opening of the hips to start. As you shift side to side, I want you to focus in on your hip point, bringing it forward. A little bit more range of motion each time. We'll do a few more. And come back to center. Our next movements start in a low lunge. Step your right foot forward, place your hands on the mat, and this is where you can utilize a block if you have one, or books. You can place your hands on top of that block. We're going to place the ball of our left foot on the mat, coming into a low runner's lunge here. Notice how my arm lines up from knee to ankle, my shin. From here, we're going to move back and forth. Inhale as you straighten the front leg. Exhale as you bend into the front knee. And we'll move back and forth 8 times here. Let's hold this runner's lunge for a moment. I want you to focus in on your left hip point. Try lowering it closer to the mat. It's okay if you let your right knee splay out to the pinky toe side of your foot. This is getting in deep. Return back so your knee is directly above your ankle. Drop your left knee gently down to the mat, and we'll bring ourselves back onto our knees. We'll set up for side B. I'm going to step my left foot to the left side of my mat, placing my hands on the mat and lining up my left arm with my left leg. Coming onto the ball of the right leg into our runner's lunge. Flowing back and forth, straightening the front leg, and bending into the front knee. Just 4 more here. Nice and slow, fluid movement. Take it into a nice low runner's lunge. This time you're focusing in on your right hip point, lowering it a little closer to the mat as you allow your left knee to splay out. It's even okay to allow yourself to come onto the pinky toe side of your left foot. Bring your left knee above your left ankle. Gently allow that right knee to come down, and we'll bring ourselves onto our knees. This next stretch allows for opening in the hips and the lower back. We're going to place the soles of our feet together and allow our knees to splay out wide. If you need to initially, just gently press those knees toward the floor, that's fine. If you have your stackable books, you can always place them underneath your knees if you want a little bit more support. Allow a breath in as you draw your rib cage away from your lower back. On your exhale, fold yourself forward and reach as far as you can beyond your crown of the head. Walk your hands to the upper right corner, just above your right knee. Draw the crown of your head toward the floor. Walk your hands slowly to the left corner, just above your left knee. Allow the crown of your head to drop down. Come back to center and walk your hands in. Nice. From here, I want you to take your left hand and place it on your left shin for support. You're going to take your right peace fingers and grab your right big toe. From here, I just want you to draw your right knee behind you. You're coming into a seated half happy baby in yoga. It's a great hip stretch. If the peace finger isn't working for you, you can take your whole hand and grab the sole of your foot. Just make sure that from ankle to knee is a straight line parallel to the earth. Find a little movement here. Move back and forth. And go ahead and release. Take your right hand, place it around your right shin for support. Peace fingers to the left big toe and come into that same half happy baby on the other side. Again, your option to place your entire hand on the sole of your foot for a little bit more support. And you can choose to remain still here, or you can move forward and back for a dynamic stretch. And go ahead and release. For this next stretch, I want you to start on your seats with your fingertips toward your glutes. You're going to cross your right ankle so that you're just above the left knee joint. Take your right hand and just gently assist that right knee away from you. And release. We're going to draw our left heel as close as we can to our left butt cheek. Keep your right foot flexed and draw your chest to your right leg. Use a claw hand, meaning you're on the pads of your fingers, to really assist in pressing your chest as close as you can. And release. We're going to keep our legs crossed here, but I want you to roll onto your back. From here, you can either bind around your hamstring or around your shin. Slowly lower your shoulders down to the mat. Pull your knee in toward your chest and simultaneously press your tailbone down to the mat. Extend your left leg long. Lift your shoulders and bind around your left calf. Keep the figure 4, the number 4, with your legs, and draw your nose to your knee on the left. Point and flex your foot. And roll your ankle one direction and then the other. Release to the mat. Uncross. Let's set up for side B. This time I'm crossing left ankle above the right knee joint. Taking my left hand and gently pressing that left knee away. Release. We're going to draw the right heel as close as we can to the right glute. Bringing our chest as close as we can to our left leg, using the claw hand. Keeping your foot flexed. Nice. We'll go ahead and release. Keeping those legs crossed right where you have them, we'll roll down onto our back slowly. Binding underneath your hamstring or on top of your shin, go ahead and clasp your hands. Roll back till your shoulders and the back of your head rest on the mat. Draw your right knee in as you simultaneously press your tailbone down into the mat. Go ahead and release your right leg long. Keep your toes flexed toward your face. Grab around your calf and draw your right knee in toward your face. Go ahead and point and flex your right foot. Roll your ankle one direction and then the other. And we'll release. Our next movement could require a block or stackable book, so I've got mine here to demonstrate for you. Widen your stance so your heels are a little wider than your hip width and your toes are turned out like a duck. We're going to bend to the knees, and you can place your block and then scoot in so that you are actually on the balls of your feet. Using your block or your books to help support you. All we're going to do here is simply drop our knee in and come back to center. So if you've had a block, it's going to look like this. You're going to have to release a hand. So we'll do that side to side. You can always choose to not use your block. A few more. Nice job. From here, using your block, let's just bend and straighten our legs a couple of times for a stretch. Our next movements, you may use a block as well. We're starting with a wide stance with our legs, with our toes turned out again like a duck to the upper corners of the mat. We're going to bend into our right knee and make sure it tracks between our big toe and baby toe. That will protect the integrity of your knee joint. Using your block for support, you're going to lower that left inner thigh toward the mat, keeping the left toes pointing toward the sky. We'll hold here just for a moment. Let's make our way to the other side. Again, I'm making sure my knee is tracking properly, lowering my inner thigh to the floor, toes to the sky. And we'll flow back and forth. Take it nice and slow. I'm going to choose to do a round without my block. It's your choice. Nice job. These next movements are going to focus in on our hip joint, coming into a tabletop position, lifting our right leg up as if doing a donkey kick, but we're going to make big circles. Bring the knee down, out, and back. Down, out, and back. Let's do 8 of those. Now we're going to go the other way. And we'll switch sides, starting with our donkey kick leg. And we'll switch directions. These next movements are focusing in on your hamstrings. If your hamstrings are tight, a slight bend in the knee is a-okay. You need to check in with your body and do what feels right for you. We're gonna start standing to the side, stepping forward with the right foot and stepping back with the left. Both of my legs are straight. We're gonna place our block to the inside of the right foot. From here, I want you to draw your chest to your thigh on the right. So bowing forward, using your block if needed, or placing your hands on the mat. The ultimate intensity, wrapping your hands right around your leg. From here, lifting up halfway, back is flat, shoulder blades are squeezed. On your exhale, fold back down, chest to thigh. Back and forth for 8. From here, either using your block or a claw hand, I just want you to lift the toes to the face on the right and come to a flat foot. Breathe in as you lift, flat foot. 7, 6, 5, 4 more. Hold the toes toward the face. This dorsiflexion is so important to stretch, especially for athletes. You can even release your right hand and assist bringing your toe a little bit closer toward your shin. And release. Go ahead and bring yourself up to standing. And we'll switch to the other side. I've grabbed my block, keeping your left foot forward, stepping your right foot back, keeping both legs as straight as possible, and coming down into your hamstring stretch. And take this slow. Check in with your body. Draw your chest as close as you can to your thigh. And again, you can utilize that extreme by wrapping your hands around your leg. Lift yourself up halfway, back is flat, arms are to a T, and your shoulder blades are squeezed together. Exhale as you come back down, chest to thigh, and we'll flow here between those two movements. From here, either using your block, coming to a claw hand, lifting the toes toward your face, digging the heel into the mat. Exhale, dropping the foot down. Breathing as you lift and lower your front foot. We'll do 4 more. Let's keep that foot flexed, dorsiflexion toward your face. Lift your left hand and assist if you want a little bit more intensity. And go ahead and release. Go ahead and find the 4 corners of your feet on your right. You're going to cross your left ankle just above the right knee joint and bring yourself into a standing figure 4. Release both hands to the top of your left leg. My arms are extended long and I'm actively pressing into that leg, drawing my sitting bones a little closer to the mat. See if you can drop your chest a little bit closer toward your left leg. Draw your hands behind you with your palms down. And we'll release. Go ahead and roll out each side before we take that same stretch to the other side. Finding your footing with your left foot. Crossing your ankle over the left knee above it and sinking down. Using both hands to assist in opening your hip. See if you can sink down just a little bit closer, chest to that right leg. Release the hands and extend them back behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades, your palms are facing the earth, and your chest is dropping closer to your right leg. slowly release. I want to thank you guys for hanging in there with me today. I'd love it if you'd subscribe and click the bell icon so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Thanks for joining me today. I hope your hips and hamstrings feel excellent.